What's up, brick builders? Today's build is the Fire Chief's car. This is set number 6505-1. Year it came out was 1988. Age group 6 plus, and it comes with a piece count of 29. Hello folks, Sean from BRIT'N Bricks. Welcome to another build video, and this is another one of those vintage Legoland builds, and it's another Fire Chief's car. How many have we done now? Probably about 8, I think. It was a couple of videos back. We did a Fire Chief's car, the little tiny one. If you haven't seen that video, check this video out right here. Boop. That was a much more simpler build than this one. This also uses the same minifigure as well. Yeah. It's a nice little build. It's quite fun, actually. It's got the little roll bar on the back there. It's got a little bit more different elements to the other Legoland builds we've seen. The minifigure itself was actually in use from, I think it was, 1981 till 2012. This guy's had a long run and has been featured in, I think, 20 odd sets, all fire sets and stuff like that. Super cool. Let's dive in and build this one, shall we? There's our parts. As you can see, we got some little pieces there. We got the wheel arch piece there. There's our windscreen. There's our roll bar, minifig, and we've got some white wheel hubs on these axle plates. The tires are the offset tread ones, so that is why they have not been removed. They're so hard to put on. The instructions, we did find some instructions courtesy of toysperiod.com. Definitely check those guys out. We're going to start off with in the Lego instructions, it looks like a light bluish grey, or light grey. Back in the day it'd be light grey, but it's actually black. So we're going to go with a 2x6 black plate, and we're going to take our rather large 4x5 wheel arch plate, and we're going to pop that. We're going to go 2 studs in from the left here, put my thumb in front of that, and then drop that plate there like that. So we've got 1 stud at the back here, we've got 2 studs at the front here. So this is going to be our back, and this is going to be our front. As you can see, it's overlapping by 1 stud on the top there. On these 4 studs here, we're going to take this, yeah, you go back. He's off. 2x4 wheel arch plate here with the 2 studs on the top. The older version would have the smoother arches. We're going to place that on the front there, like that. And then we want the bumper, so we're going to put a bumper plate on there. These particular ones, period correct, they would have had the square corners. So you would get, this plate comes in various different sort of like molds. You've got the curved corners, you've got the square corners at the top and the curved corners at the bottom, and then you've got the square corners. Period correct, it was square corners. We're going to pop that on the front there like so. Nice and smooth. And then we go build up the front radiator grille. We're going to use a 1x2 tile special. The grate plate, my favorite. This one does not have the groove in the bottom here. It was before the time of the groove. There was no groove back then. I totally disagree, but you know, there was a lot of groove. Anyway, we got a trans yellow 1x1 square plate, and those are going to be our headlights. So I'll pop those on the studs there, and then on there. So this was your classic kind of build with Legoland after the printed bricks, the 1x4 printed bricks. Now we're going to add some tail lights. So we got some trans red 1x1 square plates. Going to pop those on the corners at the back. We're going to keep this back end here open. And then we're going to put 2 1x2 plates in the sides here, just to fill in this gap here. One there, nice click. Nice click. Now we've got a smooth surface all round. We're going to put some 1x6 red plates going from the tail light up to the front. One there, one there. Makes this look really, really nice. And then we've got a space for here for a 1x4 plate, which is what we're going to do. So we've built like a kind of a little frame around the sides and the front, keeping the back end open. The back end is going to stay open. And now we want our windscreen. So we want nice trans clear 2x4 by, I think that's 2 high. Yeah, 2 bricks high. With 2 little studs, one on each side there. And you see that curve in here as well. We're going to pop that straight across here. We're going to leave this 1x4 plate. So pop that on there so you can see the 4 studs across the top there. And we want some Ninars. So we got these trans dark blue circular plates that are going to go on top of these studs. There's our Ninars. Can't have any Ninars without Fire Chief car. We want steering wheel as well. Gosh. So this black square piece, that's where our fireman's going to be sitting. So we want the steering wheel onto those red studs there. Probably should have put that in before the windscreen. There we go. We got a red steering wheel, classic Legoland steering wheel. And we want some crash barriers or roll bars. And we're going to have those going straight across the back end there, like that. And that is the car essentially finished. We just need to add the axles. Pop those underneath the wheel arches. Try not to knock the bar off. There we go. And there is our Fire Chief's car. And we need a Fire Chief. So you can see we've got the printed torso there again. With the 5 buttons, the little collar there, the belt. This one has slightly faded belt buckle. No printing on the back. And we got the generic face of our Lego man here with a smile and the 2 eyes. Pop that on his neck. Got to turn his head a little bit because he's going to be waving at you. And then we're going to put an arm up because he's waving. I'm going to turn your head a little bit more. And then we got some black legs, plain black, no prints on the front or the back. And we're just going to add that to his body. And then we've got a white fireman's hat. And we're going to pop that on there. And as you can see, he's exactly the same fireman as what you would have had with the other Fire Chief's car. Exactly the same. So he's still got his radio in his hand as well. So these 2 sets, they complement each other, which is really cool. And let's say this fireman's been used in many, many, many sets. There we go. There's another Fire Chief's car. Now they can fight about who's the Fire Chief. One's got to be the Fire Chief, right? I would say this one because he's got the white wheels there. That really makes him stand out because these white wheel hubs are not very common. Not as common as the red wheel hubs. You can see the design of it is a lot different to this basic one here. He does have a seat, however. He doesn't. And he doesn't have a radio. So maybe this guy is the chief because he's got the radio. Super cool. Super cool. Zoomy? Not really because it's got these offset tread tyres. Ramp test. Now, there is a bit of clearance under here. So I'm expecting this to go up the ramp. What? It's not. It's not even. Nope. It's just not. It's not. Failed the ramp test. Barely passes. Barely part. It can't drive straight, can it? Barely passes the zoomy test. I think he definitely passes the sluggish test. We're gonna go with sluggish test on that. Passes that. Not super zoomy. Not super zoomy at all. There we go. I am trying to find my camera. There you go. Super cool little set that goes well with this little guy here as well. Super fun. And this would look really, really cool in a Lego city. You could bring some vintage feel to your modern Lego city, I think. It's not exactly a Speed Champions, is it? But still, it's super fun, little cool set. Love it. Absolutely love it. Folks, if you enjoyed the video, you want to see some more content like this, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share amongst your friends, family, and anybody else who you think would be interested in this kind of content. Also, put your notifications on to all so you don't miss us in the next one. I'm Sean from BRIT'N. Peace.